Hi there, it's Shell and her hubby.
Hello there.
He's back there sorting beans for dinner. So if you hear anything, it's just him. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make this awesome country mailbox. So, you know, I'm sitting, I'm thinking, I don't know what to make today. Like I do every day. And my husband says, well, you made a picket fence yesterday, you need a mailbox. So I looked on Pinterest and kind of got the idea in my head on how to make it, and so I created this, and I'm going to show you guys. Of course, I put my name on it, and I figured I'll put this one in my sample book. But when you pull out the little envelope, it pulls out more. You know how I always like to put like an element of surprise in my journals and stuff? So then you can open it up, but the envelope has a little area inside, so you can pull that out and write on that. But there's also a journaling spot inside the envelope, or inside the mailbox. So I thought that was a cute idea. So kudos to husband. You guys know he keeps me going. And I put our name on it because when we first got married, it was like the day we got married or the day after, he came home and he had a thing of mailbox stickers, and he's like, let's go put our name on the mailbox. He was so happy to marry me. It was so sweet. So anyways, 21 years ago and counting. So I'm going to show you guys how to make that. We're going to make 3 today out of 3 different materials, and it's really not that hard. So I kind of wanted to go ahead and do, you know, one out of just the old wood. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut 2 blocks. I have to look because I can't see my numbers. Okay. I cut 2 rectangles. So for each mailbox, we're going to do 3 by 2. See how much help we get from the cats today. Hi, Bubba. You're a beauty. Never fails. Okay, so 3 by 2. Mama, I love you so much. Mama, I love you. I love you, Mama. He hasn't had any Mama loving today. He's been sleeping all day, and then Mama gets busy and starts talking, and he's like, oh yeah, I miss my Mama. I miss my Mama. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up from here. Cubby was very demanding. I've been loving on him for about the last 20 minutes. I went and did some stuff, got some things ready for supper, and he still wanted love, and I think we got him distracted for a little bit. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut down some papers, kind of pick up where I left off. I do want these to be about 3 by 2, and I'm just using different papers. And we're going to make 3 of these because my 4th one was my sample that I made. So that saves you guys a little bit of time from listening to me jabber. So I want 2 of the 3 by 2s. So for each mailbox. So this will be one. Did I get all the white ones done? I think I did. And they look pretty straight. This will be one. And then I happened to see this, and I thought this was really pretty. It's not really sturdy. So let's go ahead and just put some cardstock on it. It's from the same paper pack that the white one was. I could not find that paper pack when I went to Amazon, but I did find some really pretty kind of some really pretty, what am I thinking? Wood paper. So that would work really well for this project or these projects that I'm doing if you're looking for some. Like I said, this was like it was like barn door or something like that, and I got the set from Hobby Lobby. So back years ago, I can't even remember how long ago it was. So oh, you guys, I tell you, it's been a good day though. So, you know, we went out and we did chores and stuff this morning. The goats were hungry, the chickens were hungry, of course, and, you know, we just had to take care of our critters. Stinky wasn't out there this morning, but that doesn't mean he won't be out there tomorrow. So, we have some ideas to trap him. We do have a live trap, so we'll get those implemented and see if we can't get things taken care of. 3 by 2, so 3. Let's see what I can do here. 2 and 2. Ooh, that's almost perfect. It's a little bit off, but I don't know how I did that. Just like that, I guess. Okay. So I just kind of wanted, you know, 3. I do like to cut things, you know, and work on them in multiples, as you guys know. Okay, now what we're going to do, and like I said, I did do a template, just kind of show you guys what I'm going to do. So what I wanted is, you know, you kind of want to come in about, I'd say, 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch on one of these. I think I'm going to use this one just to kind of get rid of this white piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my cutter, just kind of eyeball, so, you know, and I'm just going to go up. You can do this by hand, but if you have a cutter, you don't want to cut it all the way. And once you get one done, you kind of, you know, don't have to stress so much over it anymore, because you can use it as your template. So then just at a angle, sorry, I hope you guys saw that, then just cut it like that, and that's your second piece. That's how simple it is. So let me kind of go out so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But that's your second angle, and then you can just, you know, I need one of these for each one of them. So now I am just going to just kind of cut. And if you already have your template, if you make it out of cardstock or something, then these are simple. You know, they're very simple to make. So I thought this was such a fun idea when Clint said that. Well, you have to have a mailbox. And somebody told me, you know, our husbands think alike. And, you know, I mean, it's so obvious that I didn't think of it. You know, I'm thinking, oh, it's got to be like this and this and this. But no, it doesn't. Okay, so what I'm gonna use is my corner chomper. I broke it, but it still works. And if you don't have a corner rounder, then you can just use something round, you know, maybe like a bottle or something, and then just kind of do a little round of it. So just kind of play with what you have. But since I have the corner chomper, I'm just gonna cut off around the 2 corners of the 2 by 3, just the 2 top corners. And so that one's rounded. Let's go ahead and round them all. Sorry, I know sometimes it's hard to follow along, but you know, if I'm gonna make, you know, several, then I like to just have kind of like a assembly line. So I have to pay attention since I broke it, because because sometimes it doesn't work that well. And then where the triangle is over here, we're just going to do a corner rounder on this other side. So one there, one there. And you know, I don't know that you have to round them. I just thought it made it look more like a mailbox. So okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use our distress ink and just kind of distress around them. So when I was looking on Pinterest, I saw a bunch of the old-timey mailboxes looked like wood, and that's why I decided to do some out of wood, because I thought that would be kind of cute, you know. So, and I do like adding my distress ink to just kind of make it look more rugged and more distressed, obviously. So I wanted to give you guys an update. Some of you have asked about my brother. He's doing fine. They did look into his toe. Like I said, I mean, it was probably that big. It was huge. And just from the picture I saw, they did cut into his toe, the doctor did, and said the antibiotics are working, so, and it has not reached the bone. So he's going to be fine. They're going to keep him in the hospital for a couple more days. So that's definitely an answer to prayers. And I really appreciate you guys who asked about him. It was just a stressful day yesterday for me. I'm the most normal one in the family. What does that tell you? So anyways, my sister's kind of like me, but you know, we laugh and stuff, and I love her to death. But you know how all family dynamics, I suppose. But I did get to yell at him, and I asked him permission. I told him, it's no fun now that I have your permission. But anyway, things are okay there. So, you know, they don't have insurance or anything, so they'll be dealing with that. But, you know, things are heading in the right direction with them, so that's good. And I'm hoping it, you know, scared him enough to say, hey, you know, sorry guys, pay attention to what you need to do for your body, because you know, we're older and we got to start taking care of ourselves. So anyways, I'll quit talking about that. What I'm doing now is, I don't know if you got to see that at all, is, you know, there's going to be shade on inside our mailbox. So I'm just creating some shade. I don't know why, I just, you know, dawned on me that, hey, there would be shade. So that's what I did. Okay. So, 3 inked, ready to go. It really, like I said, does not take that long. It's just putting it together. The first one took me a while, but you know, hopefully now that I'm here, it's not going to take that long. So, in order to make the little enough room for our little hidden spot, I'm going to show you what I did. I have some cardstock over here, and I'm just going to cut some pieces down, just about like an 1/8 of an inch or so, 1/4 of an inch, whatever you want. You just have to account for the size when you know, are dealing with your putting in your secret piece. Sorry, all of a sudden it's not laying correctly. Let me get another piece, maybe that's longer. Okay, here's this. I'm not too worried about what color I'm using for here, because we're not going to see it. So, you know, pick out your worst color and use that. I did use a stack of 3 for this, so I just stacked up these just to give me a little bit of room, and I will show that to you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and go up just a little bit, so maybe 4 or 5 on each stack, just to give myself a little bit more room. I did find that it was a little bit thicker, thinner, didn't have much space than I wanted it to be. I want to do a few of these just so I can do this. In the card making world, and you know I keep talking about that, but you know I was there for 2.5 years, and anyways they would do what am I thinking? All of a sudden, you know, raised like dots, you know, that were like little plastic dots, or oh, I can't even think of what I'm trying to say. But anyways, there's a material that you can get that puff dots or whatever they're called, and you don't have, you could skip this step because that stuff comes like in rows, and you could just cut it in 1/4 inch and just use that. It's like a foam tape or whatever it's called. But I wanted to show you guys who don't have things like that how to take care of this. Oh, can you see that pitiful face? Look at that pitiful face. Mama, I love you so much, Mama. Mama, can you love on me? Mama, can you love on me? Okay, Bubba, go love on Daddy until Mommy's done. Look at him, he's like a rag doll. He won't even... He knows Mom's not going to drop him.
Come here, come here.
Oh, yesterday was Sophia, or the other day, and now it's him. Okay, so anyways, you can use, if you know, use whatever you have to in order to make this work. So I'm just going to glue these little dots together.
Good girl, Lily.
Sorry, that's Lily. She is carrying her baby around. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys how to do this if you don't have that foam tape. And I mean, that foam tape is really nice because, you know, you just cut it down and put it where you want it. But we don't all have that. There's no sense in running out to buy stuff if you don't need it, when you can make things work at home with what you already have. I have tons of cardstock, so. Okay, so that's 3. I'm just running a line of glue around them, just down the center or so, just to make sure that, you know, it holds. That's 4. Let's just do 4 because I don't know if I cut enough to do a whole bunch, and I kind of just want to get these put together. So anyways, so Clint went through and cleaned some dried beans. We have Anasazi beans, and we actually live just up the road 10 miles is the bean capital of the world, Duff Creek, Colorado. And we have beans quite often. And if you guys have never tried Anasazi beans, you guys should definitely get some. They are so good. You know, I'm from Texas originally, and I was raised on pinto beans, and when I tried Anasazi beans, wow, the difference was just amazing. No!
Cubby, come on.
No, Bubba.
He was just over here, too.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta clean his paw. Oh, sorry, guys. When cats want loving, they want loving. They're pretty demanding. So anyways, yeah, you know, I was raised in Texas and had pinto beans, never even heard of an Anasazi bean until my mom moved here and fell in love with them, and then I fell in love with them, and now that's pretty much all we ever eat, so, when we eat beans. So we're going to make some bean soup. But that's a little bit of trivia for you, knowing that, you know, we're in the bean capital of the world. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just making sure, you know, I did 3 strips of 4. That will give me enough height, I think, and keep keep it from, sorry, my cat's making me laugh. Keep it from getting stuck in there. So now I'm going to put that on this side because I want to make sure I have it covered up. So we're going to take one of our little strips, and because of that triangle, I'm just going to cut a triangle like that and just kind of go down and cut like that, just to kind of see if I can hide it behind that corner. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything, but, you know, I just want it to be hidden. I don't want anything, you know, showing through. Of course, I cut that way too long. But it looks like each strip will fit. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And this is just going to make us a little tiny hiding spot. If you wanted to, you could totally skip this part, but I think that's what's fun with junk journals is, you know, you can put in secret spots and hiding spots, and, you know, but if you don't want to do that part, you don't have to. So this is just something I like to do, and I thought I'd share with you guys how to, you know, how to make them also. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then I'll trim it at the edge. So I got one done. Let's go ahead and do this one. So yeah, I think, you know, this goes really, really quick. It really doesn't take that much time. And when we put together our journal, or whatever, you know, you could use this, make it a little bit bigger, and use it for, you know, a fun card or something. I mean, that's what it was originally. So you could do that. If you wanted to. And since I am making 3 journals, that is why I am making 3 pieces. That way each one of my journals, you know, they'll have the same aspects for the most part, but, you know, they're all going to be different in their own way. So 1, 2, and then 3. Out pretty well. Did I just mess up? Put it on the wrong side. That's okay. It'll dry. You're not going to see that anyways. I'll glue that part down in a minute. So I hope you guys are doing well, and everyone's healthy and good in your guys' lives. So my sister is off now 3 days a week, and she really likes to go, you know. I mean, she wrote me this morning and she's like, I have too much time off. She's a worker. She likes to be at work and doing something when she's not at work, and so she's like, I have 3 days a week off now, and I have too much time. So she wrote me the other day and said, hey Michelle, what are you doing in May? And I'm like, it's just now March, isn't it? She's like, yeah, but there's a holiday in May, and I'm going to have 4 whole days off. What do you want to do? I'm like, oh, sis. But she keeps me young, even though, you know, she's not far behind me. Okay, so now what I want to do is I just want to kind of measure this and just see if, you know, it's going to fit in here. I'm going to try this size and see. I can always cut it down. It's a little bit too big. But this is definitely easier to do now than once it's all put together, because you can make sure it's going to fit in there, you know. Just a little bit too long. I'm just going to cut it down. It doesn't have to be perfect, but, and it won't be perfect with me hand cutting it. Okay, so let's try that. So I just want to make sure that it's going to slide in to each of my mailboxes really well, you know. So I'm going to move the cutter out of the way, and I'm just going to kind of cut this piece. I'm going to cut it a little bit longer, just about a ½ inch or so, because that's important. So make sure you do that. Let's see if this piece will fit. Work for all of them. It's going to work for this one. I think, yeah, I have a little. That one, let's see if it'll work for this one, and it does. So that's good. Okay, so I need another piece because we have to double up on them so that it doesn't get stuck when we're doing our thing. Okay, so let me kind of measure this and just see. That looks about right. Yep, that works. So I'm going to go ahead and just double up on each of these. So 2 there. 2 there, and 2 here. Okay, so now we need some coffee dyed paper, and I had some just a minute ago. It's probably under my pile of stuff I was working on just a minute ago. Okay, let me grab some coffee dyed paper and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. It was hiding in plain sight. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and make like a little hinge. And if you've ever seen Gayle Agostinelli, her link is in my description. She makes hinges out of leftover scraps. Well, I don't have any leftovers right in front of me, so I'm just going to make some. You know, it doesn't have to be too big, but you want it to be big enough to work well as a hinge. So 3 of those, about ½ inch or so. And we're going to hinge these guys. Hope I haven't lost you on how I'm doing this. Oh, sorry if I have. The good thing is you can go back and re-watch this video over and over to kind of get the idea, huh? Okay, so now we have our little hinges, and what I'm going to do is I want to hinge each one of these, so I'm just going to put it on the little gray piece just at the top, put my little hinge down, and coffee dyed paper, just make sure it's really like a sturdy paper. For this, it works really well though, and you only need a little tiny piece, you know, for each one. So now we're just gonna do this and put this here. And then I always go ahead and open it just to make sure no glue seeped out like that. And kind of let it dry open. So right now, this is what you have. You have your one piece, your bigger piece. Sorry, forgot to even put it back in place. Your top piece that has been lined with the kind of raised pieces, and then you have this little kind of envelope-y thing. So we have that. We're going to do this hinge. So really these are just kind of craft with me, whatever they're called. And you know, because I'm making this stuff anyways for my journals, and I just thought I'd bring you guys along. So, but I think you could definitely use this for a garden or, you know, for anything. And I would really like to see what you guys are using it for, you know. So that's the fun part. So, tomorrow, which will be Monday on here, we'll start actually choosing papers for our books and starting to get those ready. I usually choose papers first and then come up with what I want to put in the oops, wrong one. What I want to put in the cover, because you know, I do my covers different depending on how fat my signatures are. So I don't really do my covers first. I usually do them last, because you know, if I end up just kind of getting excited and fill in those little things up, then I want to make my cover to fit it. And if I make it too small, it makes me sad. So I do it a little bit different than some people do as far as making my journals. So, you know, I might have an idea about a cover, but actually, like doing the spine and stuff, I wait on those. At least I do now. I didn't really when I started, but okay, so we have those. Now we're gonna go ahead and glue these down. We're just going to put just a little bit of glue on these things. You don't want it too much because it will kind of seep out if you're not careful, and we don't want that because then we'll lose a lot of space. And you're just gonna line it up, pop it on. Pretty easy as far as, isn't it starting to look like a mailbox? How fun. So just gonna do the same thing, line it up, make sure everything is good. Pop it on. That one goes there. And the last one. That's why I like to do them all at the same time, because it just makes things so much simpler. You know, all of a sudden you have 3 in an hour, or, you know, like my first one I think took me an hour to do 1. Of course I was designing it, so. Okay. And I did design these to be about 4.5 inches from the bottom, from the, you know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for just a second. And while that's, let's see, this one might be dry enough. I'm just going to slide it in just to make sure it's going to fit, and it goes in really nice. So that's good. Now what I want to do is I'm going to cut an L out. We're going to put our little envelope, we're going to attach it to this. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. It's going to open like this, and then I am just going to cut it out about 1/2 inch. I want it to be hidden when it's in there and down. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to check it, make sure that, you know, the main part of that is hidden, and it's not. Make sure it's not stuck. And I'm going to just make it a little bit deeper. and you can't see it now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But these guys, make sure they fit. That's the important part. Okay, and then I'm going to just kind of go down. And hopefully I didn't do that too short. And that works pretty well like that. And then this one. But just by, you know, putting it up one extra kind of layer, it worked really well as far as my the layers in there. Gave me a lot more room. Okay, so got that step done. See, it really was not that hard, I don't think, but I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to pull it out, and we're just going to put some coffee dyed paper. You can put it this way so it folds in this way, or you can put it this way so it folds in this way. This one is quite a bit larger, so I think I'm just going to kind of put that like in the center and just fold it in. You know, it's not that difficult, and it's really a fun little aspect to have in your journals. I have used the same technique on another hidden journaling spot, so if you guys want to, you can find that on in my playlist, I believe. I think it was around Christmas time if it's not in my playlist. So then I'm just going to kind of line it up, make sure there's really no coverage there and no overage, and line it up like that and like that. And then since it is kind of an overhang, I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. Just so when I fold, but, you know, it'll give you a place to write your little secrets or whatever you want to do. Stick it in there. It still fits pretty well. And that part is done. How nice is that? There it goes. Had to go in there a little bit further. Okay. So now we're going to take the next one and do the same thing. That's how easy these are. You know, it does kind of seem intimidating, but it really is not that bad. I think I'm just going to put my glue on this time. And hopefully I made it easy enough for you guys to kind of understand what I'm saying. You know, it just, there's a lot of steps, but I think it's worth it, you know. So let's go ahead and fold this in. We're just gonna, and you can make them as big or as little as you want to. Let's see, I might have went crooked. Okay, like that. And this one might have a bit more. I'm going to see if I can make it all fit in here. If not, I can always trim it down, you know. So, and then just slide it in there. Nice. We're getting the hang of it now, guys. And then, let me see what I have over here. I think that's going to work. And this paper, absolutely beautiful. My niece is doing the coffee dyed paper, and I actually talked to her last night, and she just lives up the road, and she needed a little help setting up her Etsy, so I'm going to go up there in the near future and help her with that. Probably stop by and see my friend Donna. So she thinks it's going to be next year sometime before I visit her. I tell you guys. Donna, maybe I'll make it up there before then. Okay. So I'm just going to trim that down. And it goes in here. How easy and nice is that? We're pretty much done. I mean, we got our mailboxes done. You know, it's all uphill from here, right? Okay. So I want to show you how to make the envelopes. I have made these before, but I just want to kind of share, you know, give you guys a refresher or someone new. What I like to do is just take, if I can get hold of this, just take a piece of paper and kind of cut down the sizes that I want for my envelopes, like the inside paper. So it doesn't have to be, I mean, it'd be nice if they're all about the same, because then I'll have a template. But, so we'll try to aim for that. Okay, close enough. So I think I'm going to take, oops, still need this, sorry, the largest one out of these three, and I'll make my envelope out of, kind of to fit that size. So I'm just going to cut a square out of my coffee dyed paper, and what I'm doing here is I want it to be a little bit bigger than I think I need. So if I folded this over and folded this over, you know, just kind of, I don't know. Just kind of in my head. So I'm going to try to make a square out of this. Let's see. Put this like here. I think that will work pretty well. So let's go ahead and trim that down and see. I just want to make sure that it's going to, you know, cover all the edges. So now I kind of have an idea of how long I need my coffee dyed paper, and I like using coffee dyed paper for envelopes and stuff because I think it gives it character. And I just like that, you know. Okay. So we have 3. We're going to give it a try. This is easy. Easy peasy, as they say. So you just want to kind of put your rectangle in your square. Fold it all in. It's going to be a little off, but I'm not going to let that bother me because you're not going to see that part anyways. You know, somebody said that they actually have a die to make envelopes, and I think I might have to find that die. Okay, so just straighten it out and just trim it down. If you wanted that to be more in the middle, you could just kind of give it a little haircut. I don't know why I said that. Just ignore me. Oh, geez, guys. It's just been one of those weekends, I guess. My weekend started yesterday, in case you're wondering. Thankfully, you know, we don't have a lot going on with our family, so it just kind of stresses you out when there is something going on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut this down so that when I fold it in, it looks kind of nice. And then that looks pretty good. I like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my glue there, a little glue here. Fold it over, and there's our cute little envelope for one of our mailboxes. How fun is that? Okay, so we'll put that one with that. Grab another one, do the same thing. You just want to put it corner, fold it down, You just want to fold all 4 sides. And you can always fix it later, you know, if it's not perfect. Okay, just kind of look at it and see what kind of mess I have now. That one I don't think I had any fold. And then I'm just going to kind of fix it just to kind of make it look nicer. Let's do that, and then that. That one looks sad, doesn't it? Oh, I tell you. Okay, let's cut it like that. That's okay. And then I'm not going to worry too much about the bottom. I think I'm going to just try to give it a little bit of a curve for the top. I think that will work. And just a little trim on the bottom part. Okay. So you just want to keep messing with it until it works the way you want it to, you know. And then just put a little bit of glue. Try not to put too much, because it will seep in and glue your little envelope down. Uh-oh, that's almost too short, but I think it'll be okay. Of course, now my piece isn't going to fit. Look how sad that looks. Okay, let's start over. Oh, I'm having fun. How about you guys? That's all that matters, isn't it? Okay, let's take my time a little bit here. Let's do that. I'm just going to hold it down and fold it in. That way I get a more rectangle accurate envelope. Okay, let's try that one. Oh, you guys. I'm glad you like to listen to me ramble, because I do that a lot. Okay. So the weather's been pretty nice, though. It was not bad at all, really. It was nice when we went out and took care of the critters and stuff this morning. Look at that. I did that wrong. Clint's in the background laughing at me. He's like, really, hon? Ain't that the truth? Jeez, guys. Sometimes that's just how it is, isn't it? Okay, Michelle, pay attention to what you're doing. Oh. So anyways, you can stop here and fast forward through this part. Oh. I made them bigger this time. I'll just cut them down as when I'm done. Oh, geez. Okay, let's try it like this, and then we'll see if I can actually make it work this time. Okay, since I made it so big, maybe it won't matter so much. Okay, let's do that one and this one. These are usually the easy part, you know. Not today. I know I want to kind of trim that off like that. See how that looks. Okay, so I'm just gonna trim it a little bit so that I still have a piece to glue. Jeez. Okay, let's do it like that. There we go. Ah, success. I tell ya. all have those days though, don't we? Okay, now the top, I just want to kind of, it's way too long. So I want to kind of just trim it a little bit and hope I don't mess anything up. Okay, I'm going to trim it just a little bit more just to center my... There we go. Please be right. Please fit. Success. Look, guys. Second one. Okay, let's try. Oh. So it really hasn't taken all that long. I mean, look how, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it has anyways, and unless it's like already been an hour and my recorder reset itself or something. I don't think it does that, but you know, I'm just talking. So, thank you guys who all ordered ink blenders. It has been a busy, busy day, and Clint's been working on them very hard, so we'll have to, he's almost out of material, so we'll have to go up in the mountains in the summer and get some more stuff. So I think that'll be fun. We always like to go up into the mountains. So let's see. Make a little...
Spend all day up there.
Yep. I like to go up and kind of look for mushrooms and, you know, wood for his blenders, and it's just fun, you know. It kind of gets you away from the daily grind. And a few years ago, I guess it's been almost 10 years ago probably, we started doing mushrooms. So, you know, we do the edible mushrooms every year. We go up there and look for them, so that's always fun. It's just a nice time to get away. We look forward to it every year. Okay. Hey guys, look. Oh, that's great. Look to see, Michelle. Okay, guys. I'm hoping that this will fit, and we're just gonna call it good. Okay, that's cute. So, this one. I'll probably take out these little cardstocks and just cut down something cute. You know, they're just gray, and, you know, I'm going to want something cute, I think. Now I'm just going to, of course, ink around it, and then we're going to glue them so that you can pull out your secret spot. And this one. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Okay, so, geez, that was painful. Okay, so this one, here's what I did, is I just took my little envelope. You don't want to, you know, glue down the flap unless you don't want it to be a little tuck spot. And then I just kind of set it in there so that it's hiding our little pull. Then I'm going to try to pull that out. And of course that didn't work, did it? Okay, and just kind of maneuver it like that and hope that I can kind of get it where it needs to be. Okay. Without gluing down anything I don't want to glue down. So, let's see. And then it's going to slide right back in there and look like it's hanging out of your mailbox. So, and then when you take it out, you can open it and still have your thing. And then you can also go ahead and, you know, have a place for your, to open your envelope. So, that was a lot of trouble for that little thing. Okay, let's try this one. Just kind of trying to get an idea of, you know, where I want it and stuff. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and, oh no, is it that part? I don't know. Let's see. I know I want the point kind of down like this. So let's do it like that. Whatever works so that you can, you know, whatever you can do to make it work. I love that coffee dyed paper though. I think that is so pretty. Good job, Kendra. And I'm just going to trim it so it doesn't hinder my spot for my envelope. How cute. Now we're getting somewhere. Sorry that if you heard the beeping, that was my supper saying it was done. I have to go check that when I'm done here. We got one of those Instapots, and you know, it says things don't take as long in there as they used to, so I'm not familiar with that because we have used pressure cookers our whole married life, and you know, it's just not something. I'm used to cooking beans for an hour, so I need to check them, make sure they're done, I guess is what I'm trying to say. In the pressure pot. Okay, so, oh geez guys, thank you for hanging in there with me. It probably doesn't take as long as it feels like when you're in the middle of a video. You know, it's just, yeah. So, what I did is, I really want this to be about 3 inches long, because I think that works really well. And it won't make my mailboxes like really, really long. Sorry. Can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. So, and then I'm just going to just kind of cut the wooden post. Just kind of, you know, make it work, and just whatever size I want. This is probably 3/4 of an inch. It's not laying right now. Maybe it is. And let's do one more. Maybe on that side. It's a little bit thinner, but I'm going to go with that one, I think. Okay, guys, so yay! I hope I didn't bore you guys to death today. It's just been one of those days where things just don't work out right. Okay, so I am, of course, using some Distress ink. The ink of choice for me is Vintage Photo. I just love the color, you know, but use whatever is your favorite. And I feel like I can breathe a air of relief. I got the main components done. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of turn it on the back, kind of aim about for the middle or so, because I don't want my little mailbox falling over. So that's in fictional land. And then make sure it looks nice. That one is all wood, and I like it. What do you guys think? Oh. Then we'll do a little bit of decorating, and we'll call this day over. Make sure it's kind of laying right. Okay, so you know, I mean, if you wanted to and you wanted them kind of crooked, you could certainly do that. But, you know, the way I look at it, the way I'm thinking of it now, is these little guys have stood the test of time. They are still standing, and you know, in order to collect your mail, they're going to have to be kind of sturdy. So even though the owners don't have time to take care of them, the mailbox still collects mail every day. That's my thought. I don't know, I'm just jabbering, leave me alone. Okay, so what I did in my little guy, for my little sample, oh, I almost forgot our opening for our mailbox. So let me show you guys how to do that. You just need a piece that is about the size that we had left over. It can be a little bit larger. So let's go ahead and do those, because of course I didn't do that. And it's not it's not necessary per se, but it kind of just adds a little bit more element of completion. So let me find my glue. It's right here in front of me. And I'm just kind of lining it up so that it will fit in that one little area. Jumped ahead of myself there, huh? Okay, that works just fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to round the edges. You know, I was thinking about my corner rounder, and if you can get it lined up right, mine's not lining up very well, then you can kind of get it a little bit round. You can just use your scissors to kind of round it, whatever you want to do, just to kind of get a rounded edge. That's fine, but let's see. I was so excited that we were done with them. Okay, and this one, I'm just going to show you, it might be easier just to do it with your scissors, just to kind of do it a little bit round. That was easier. And then I'm just going to just kind of guesstimate about where I want it, leaving enough to glue it on the back. And coffee dyed or distress ink. And then I'm just going to glue it on. It doesn't really take that long to add this, but I don't think it's necessary. But like I said, when I looked on Pinterest and saw the little card they had, it kind of had that, and I just kind of added it. And you know, you can look for on Pinterest and see what I'm talking about, but I just, a lot of times I will just kind of play along, just go and look on Pinterest, get an idea. I don't pay really much attention to who made it or created it, and I knew I wanted an old-fashioned mailbox, so that's just kind of what I created. Somebody got really fancy with this mailbox and did all kinds of stenciling on it. I thought it would be fun to like find a an old quilt, you know, like I had some paper and it looked like a quilt, and I was thinking, wouldn't that be fun to decorate on? Because I've heard like in the Amish and stuff, maybe, I don't know where it is, but somewhere they decorate with quilts like across their mailbox, and I thought that'd be pretty just to have one like hanging across it, but I couldn't find the paper that I was thinking of. So, and it kind of looks funny when you're looking at it because it looks like a tongue or something, but you know, when you come back and look at it, I think, ooh, that looks really cute. So if it doesn't come together, just keep on working on it. Okay guys, so I'm going to pull these out and just kind of do a little bit of writing. My writing's just a little bit of gobbledygook, just some squiggle lines, drawing a little stamp, and then return address, because that's always important. And that's, you know, maybe a little face or something in the in the stamp. So that's really all I do to decorate it as far as an address. This one might be a little smeared because it's kind of, sorry you can't see that. Try to position it so you can see it better. And the zip code. And the stamp. If you wanted to, like you're sending this, you know, you could put like a red flag and have it raised or something, like if you were mailing this one out. I don't know, you could decorate these however you want. Same thing over here. How cute. What do you guys think? They're coming together really cute. Now, we can breathe a sigh of relief and we can decorate them. How fun. Okay, we're just going to do simple decorations because you guys have been with me long enough. You're probably like, I'm so sick of watching her. And I don't blame you. I think that's actually too big to use. So let's just kind of look at our things. I did have some grass that I cut out with a die, and in fact it was in my, let me move my iPad. I always have my iPad up so that I can see if I'm in frame, but obviously you guys know I don't pay that much attention. So, but you know, I have a bunch of just little pieces here. And I had this paper in here, so kind of like a little grass. So I was hoping I could get, you know, 3 more, so we'll see. Just to kind of, that one, it'll work okay. I'm going to distress it. You know, you don't need a die for this. You can certainly just, I mean, cut some grass. It's not that hard. It's definitely something you can do. I just had it already cut out in my pile of stuff. So that is what I'm using. You know, just decorate it how you want to now. So I think it's so fun though. Just, this is my favorite part, is the decorating. You know, I love teaching you guys stuff, and you know, hopefully that was something that you can, it wasn't too hard to understand. You know, I don't know how it comes across until I look over it later, but sometimes I'm thinking, oh, I hope they understand that. And so far you guys have, so that's good. I appreciate that. How cute. Aren't you guys loving these? How fun. Okay, so now, and they probably have a die out there, a die set. If not, they should. You can run these suckers through dies and put them together and you're done. But it's always fun to know how to make things from scratch, and that's one reason I make things from scratch, is to, you know, let everyone have the ability to make it at home. I think that's kind of important, because, you know, I've been in a place where I didn't have what I wanted, and, you know, but you just have to be creative and make it work. But I try to make my tutorials pretty easy so that anyone can kind of follow them, and, you know, maybe have a little bit not have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff, I guess is where I'm getting going with that. I don't know where I'm going, guys. Okay, I don't know. What do you guys think of the flowers? They're all alike. That doesn't bother me. You know, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else, you know, that I want more. Like here's another green one. Or even if I want these, I don't know. I do have this stuff still. And I thought about this one, but I mean, it's on, I don't know if I like that. It's got too much white in it, and I really don't want to cut all that out, you know? What do I want to do? Okay, let's just kind of play with it and decorate it, and we'll just call it good. Don't overthink it, Michelle. I think my brain got burnt out or something. So, of course, I'm going to do a little bit of Distress inking. Just especially like on this bright green. It's really bright. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like almost like a lime green. It's really bright. So I do like to bring that back a little bit, especially for junk journals. Let's kind of see. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but try not to overthink it. I'm overthinking it. Go ahead. I really like this one, so I know I'm going to put that there. Just like it's kind of like ivy or something. I think that would be kind of cute. Did I just stress that one? I didn't do a very good job. Oh, guys, I tell ya. Okay. Put that one there just to kind of give it a little bit different look. It's growing up from the bottom. Too cute. I like that too. And maybe I will kind of do this one the same way. But maybe on the outside, because my grass isn't the greatest on this one. So maybe like that. Oops. Get back in there, little guy. Okay. How cute. Okay, coming together. I feel better about the situation. Let me look at my stickers again, because I do like these stickers. And see if I have anything left. Where are they? No telling. Maybe I didn't have anything. I don't know. Oops. Story of my life. Okay, let's do this one. Like over here, I feel like I definitely need some kind of color on this one. So I'm just going to kind of put it here. If I kind of trying to think what I'm doing. You know, it's kind of weird, but maybe there's like a, I don't know, maybe there's like a box plant or something over here and it's growing up. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I probably am. Okay, so, looks like these are the only stickers I have left right in front of me. I don't know where my other ones went to. Okay, so we're going to make this work. Maybe like that. That's kind of cute. And like it's kind of like a vine growing up. Okay. I think that one's done. I'm not going to put a name or anything on it. You know, if the person wants to who gets my books, then they can do that if they want. I think that's so cute. Okay, over here I do have this kind of larger leaf at the top. Might need like a bigger flower maybe. Let's see what I have in here that I can make work. I think my flowers are too big. That's cute though. Is it too big? I don't know. No, I feel like it is. Let me see though if maybe I can pull off some of these. I'll keep them for later, but maybe kind of just bring it down to a little smaller size. Okay. Ooh, that looks pretty. These are paper flowers that I picked up at Joann's probably almost a year ago or so. I don't know what brand they are. I take them out of the package, so. Okay, we're going to call that good. Just a simple little flower. Cute. This is a rose. It's growing on the side of the house or wherever. Side of the road, I guess. Okay, and now this one. I don't know why I have to justify myself, but I do. That's too big, I think. Oh, what are we going to do with this one? Sorry, I sing to myself a lot. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, we're going to take this guy off of here. And I'm going to cut it down. But maybe I'll cut it like right here. So it looks like, that's what I'll do. And it looks like they actually attached a bouquet thing, a garden, like a little garden on the side of, that's cute, on the side of their mailbox. Look at me. Let's kind of put it like right here just to kind of have a hang down further. So you guys, we're done. So you guys will have to let me know what you thought of this. Sorry, it was just that kind of day, I guess. But I think they absolutely turned out adorable. Oh, you know what? I need to put mine in. Show you guys how we're going to use them. And grab my book. But I think they're so cute. Which one's your favorite? Leave it in the comments below. I think they're all so cute. And of course my favorite one is this one because it reminds me of my hubby. Okay, so I did make sure I had a spot in here for this and how we're going to put it in. So my thought is it will be, can you guys see that? There we go. It will be used as a tuck spot as well as, you know, a little, what am I thinking? As well as a hidden spot. So what I'm going to do is just in the back right here, up here on the top, just along this one edge, I'm going to put some glue there and some glue on the bottom, and I think I'm going to call that good. So we'll see how that works. I'm going to put that like that, glue it down. I almost don't have room to put anything to tuck in it. And then let's kind of do it like this. Then we would tuck something behind it. And I think that is so adorable. Okay, I'm happy. I think it turned out so great. What do you guys think? Give me your honest opinion below. And just be nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the bell. I am posting videos daily. And give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. You guys have a wonderful day.